Not. No, we did not. Let's just make sure that the volume is coming through good on the socials and stuff. I don't have my microphone in, so let's just check. I gotta make sure you guys can hear me. Let's see here. Make sure y'all can hear me okay. Okay, we're on the Wi-Fi. As you all jump on, drop me a comment and let me know y'all tuning in. Okay, cool. The volume is good. Hear me okay? Okay, we're on the Wi-Fi. Oh, you can hear my. You guys can hear my. Let me turn my heater off because it is like. It is. All right, y'all. We are. Okay, we are discussing the power of awareness. We're on chapter 9. We're on chapter 9 tonight, okay? And we have been busy with some projects and things, but still very much, you all, applying the law of assumption in so many different areas of our lives and stuff. And decision is a major thing, right? Just deciding to be, right? Deciding to just be. I'm gonna send this over to my school community as well. So give me 1 second. Deciding to just be, right? And that's the whole thing. I wanted to bring you guys on the journey of me reading this book, and just understanding, like, listen, you just get to decide. All you gotta do is decide. That's it. There's no steps. There's no techniques. There's none of that. You don't need a technique. You are the technique. Write that down. You don't need a technique. You are the technique. You don't need a technique. You are the technique. Okay, so let me just put it here. I'm live. Right? And that's the whole thing. That's the plot twist. The plot twist is that you are the technique. You don't need a technique. You don't need to do anything. You don't have to do a 369. You don't have to do none of that. Nothing. Nothing is required. You just decide. All you have to do is decide, right? That's it. That's the work. The work is to decide what you want and know. Be still and know. Decide and know. Be still and know. Know that it is done. It is done. It is done because you said it. Because you decided, okay? So I'm not going to get in that tonight, y'all, because I can. Let's go into chapter 9, preparing your place. All right? And all are mine. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine. John 17:10. Thrust in thy sickle and reap, for the time is come for thee to reap, for the harvest of the earth is ripe. Revelation 14:15. All is yours. Do not go seeking for that which you are. All is yours. Do not go seeking for that which you are. Appropriate it, claim it, assume it. Everything depends upon your concept of yourself. That which you do not claim as true of yourself cannot be realized by you. The promise is, whosoever hath, to him it shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that which he seemeth to have. Many people hear that scripture or that script, and they think that it's not fair, right? Because it says, to him that hath, he shall be given more. To him that hath not, he shall have less than what he had. Because if you don't think that you have, right? So to him that hath, he shall be given more. To the one that has, to the one that believes, anything is possible to the one that believes, right? So if you don't think you have, you'll have less than what you think you have. But it's all you. So hold fast in your imagination to all that is lovely and of good report, for the lovely and the good are essential in your life if it is to be worthwhile. Assume it. You do this by imagining that you already are what you want to be and already have what you want to have. You guys, my goodness, is so good. Oh my gosh. Right? This is it. That's why I say there's no techniques required. There's no techniques that are required. There's no techniques required. Okay? You don't need to do a single technique. There's no technique required. Not at all. Not a single one. Hold on. I gotta do this. I think I'm gonna go on my Facebook, my TikTok as well. As long as they'll let me do it. Drop me a comment. Let me know you guys are with me, okay? It's just so good. I mean, like, it's just so good. I just love this stuff so much, okay? All right, so no technique. Manifesting. And I'm just going live on my TikTok as well, because I've started to do some streaming over there as well. So that's why I'm just going to do them both at the same time. So cool. I can see myself on both sides. Okay, awesome. All right, so let's go back. So hold fast in your imagination to all that is lovely and of good report. For the lovely and the good are essential in your life if it is to be worthwhile. Assume it. You do this by imagining that you already are what you want to be and already have what you want to have. This is critical. This is critical for you to get this particular point and understand that it is all you. You don't need to know techniques. You don't need to know a 369. You don't have to do anything. I believe you don't have to do anything, okay? So you can, if you want to do something, fine. Do it, but it's not required, okay? You do this by imagining that you already are what you want to be and already have what you want to have. So you are a human being. You're not a human doing. You are a human being, not a human doing. So you can have whatever you say, right? You can have it, but you have to see yourself. You have to imagine that you are already what you want to be. Decide what you want. And then paint the mental picture. You already got it, okay? And you already have what you want to have. As a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. As a man or woman, right? Because we don't want to be, but as a man thinking of his heart, so is he. Be still and know that you are that which you desire to be, and you will never have to search for it. If you are looking for love, it is because you don't know that you are love. If you are in search of something, it is because you don't realize that you are the thing that you desire. I am not looking for love. Why I'm looking for myself. If I want to see love, I go look in the mirror. I get out the mirror. I see love right here. Right? I'm saying, I'm looking at love, right? I'm not missing love. If I have decided, I believe that God and I are one. God and I are one. God and I are one. There's no separation between me and God. God and I are one. So therefore, I can't be in need. I can't be in need, because if I've decided and I've realized and I believe that God and I are one, I can't be in need. I can't have lack. There's no lack in God. So if I'm in lack and I say I'm in God, there's a program. There's a virus in the program. There's a virus in the program, because that can't be possible. Okay, it's like, this can't be. Okay, so be still and know. Be still and know. And it even talks about that in the script, Be still and know that what I am, God. Be still and know that you are that which you desire to be, and you will never have to search for it. In spite of your appearance of freedom of action, you obey, as everything else does, the law of assumption. Whatever you may think of the question of free will, the truth is your experiences throughout your life are determined by your assumptions. Whatever you assume to be true, that is going to be the truth for you. So if you think that it's hard to get money, those are your assumptions. Whatever you assume to be true, that's going to be true for you. If it's hard to make money, right? If you got to work hard, if money's hard to come by, all the things, whatever it is, whatever your assumptions are, right? Then that's what's going to be true for you. All right. So whatever you think of the question of free will, the truth is your experiences throughout your life are determined by your assumptions, whether they are conscious or unconscious. Some of us have some assumptions that are unconscious. They're unconscious. We don't even realize that they are running the program. There's a program run. Some of us, because listen, here's the thing. Most of our ideas, most of our identity, we got from 0 to 7. So from 0 to 7, and I even say prenatal. Like, I even think that because you and your mom, like your mom, if she's feeling some kind of emotions, she's going through some emotional turmoil and stuff like that, you're getting everything from her through an umbilical cord. You can't tell me that a baby, that my kids did not experience some of the things that I went through, right? I just believe it. So I believe that even before, and I think like in the Muslim culture, that's why they like the women who are having babies in the Muslim culture, they're like, they have to be like, kept very, very well. Why? They're carrying life. They're bringing forth life, right? Not here to proselytize any type of religion. I'm just telling you what I, have learned from some folks. All right. But it's so important. So, as an assumption builds a bridge of incidents that lead inevitably to the fulfillment of itself. That's deep, you guys. An assumption, okay, builds a bridge of incidents. So you think that things just happen. You guys, I talk about my divorce, okay? And listen, let me tell you guys, that was the best thing ever happened to me. That was the best thing ever happened to me. When I was going through it though, I didn't realize that. I didn't think that, right? I'm thinking like, oh my God, I have really failed. I failed my kids. I failed my family. I failed the church that I was a part of. I failed my community, right? I'm a loser. I wouldn't say I was a loser, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I was like, man, I failed at this. I didn't succeed, okay? Did not realize that incident, okay, would bring me to a conclusion about life that literally just changed my whole world. My whole life has changed because of that, right? Because I was in pain. I wanted something to be changed. I went searching for something else. Okay. So let me tell y'all, an assumption builds a bridge of incidents that lead inevitably to the fulfillment of itself. Man believes the future to be the natural development of the past, but the law of assumption clearly shows that this is not the case. Your assumption places you psychologically where you are not physically. Then your senses pull you back from where you were psychologically to where you are physically. Y'all, listen. Your assumption places you psychologically where you are not physically. Then your senses, that's why I say deny the evidence of your senses. You have to deny the evidence of your senses because your senses will pull you back into whatever reality you're in. And you'll be like, oh, well, that's not possible. Oh my God, I can't do this, right? That's why Neville taught to deny the evidence of your senses because you will think that it's the truth. You'll think it is real and it's not real, okay? So, your assumption places you psychologically where you are not physically. Then your senses will pull you back from where you were psychologically to where you are physically. It is these psychological forward motions that produce your physical forward motions in time. Precognition permeates all the scriptures of the world. In my Father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you, and if I go and prepare a place for you, I will come again and receive you unto myself. That where I am, there you may be also. And now I have told you before it came to pass, that when it is come to pass, ye might believe. This was my grandmother's favorite scripture, y'all. My grandmother, she loved this scripture so much. And then I realized, you all, that this was not saying what we thought it was saying. Growing up, I grew up in Louisiana. I was born and raised in Louisiana, right? In the Bible Belt. And so, of course, we thought that this was talking about a father's house in heaven and many mansions being up in heaven. It had nothing to do. I mean, like, you can believe what you want to believe. I'm not here to get you to believe nothing else, right? Believe whatever you want to believe, okay? But let me just tell you, for me, this has nothing to do with my in a heavenly heaven, what, okay, whatever, right? But in my father's houses, in my father's house are many mansions. If it were not so, I would have told you. I go to prepare a place for you. So you're conscious that it goes and prepare a place for you. The only reason why you want what you want is because there is a version of you that already has it. The only reason why you have a desire for what you desire, because there's a version of you that actually has it, right? That's just period, point blank. So the I in this quotation is your imagination, which goes into the future, into one of the many mansions. Mansion is the state desired. Telling of an event before it occurs physically is simply feeling yourself into the state desired until it has the tone of reality. You go and prepare a place for yourself by imagining yourself into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Then you speed from this state of the wish fulfilled, where you have not been physically, back to where you were physically a moment ago. Then, with an irresistible forward movement, you move forward across a series of events to the physical realization of your wish that you have been in imagination. There you will be in the flesh also. Thank you for the like, you guys, okay? Tapping the screen. I appreciate y'all, okay? Because as I tell you, if you get this will change your life. You do not need to learn, and there's no techniques for you to learn. The only thing for you to do is to decide. The only thing for you to do is decide. I have the power to create my own reality. I have the power to write a new story. I do not have to accept what I have been accepting. And once you wake up out of your sleep and your slumber, right? And some of you all, you've come upon this broadcast because it is time. It's time for you to wake up out of sleep, out of slumber. Okay. And to now be like, whoa, hold on. I've been all along. I think about the Wizard of Oz, right? I love the Wizard of Oz. I used to watch it. Like in the South, it would come on like certain times of the year. The Wizard of Oz would come on. Okay. And we couldn't wait. We'd be sitting around the TV. I'll never forget, for the Wizard of Oz to come on the TV, right? Now, I didn't realize, you guys, okay, I don't know how we got through this, but there was a black Wizard of Oz too, right? The Wiz, which I absolutely love, right? But nevertheless, at the end, when they come to the end, the good witch ends up telling you, like, you had the power all along. Like, Dorothy had the power all along. She was asleep. You guys, I'm telling you, many of these movies were actually telling about us in life. She was asleep. She was having a dream. Dorothy was dreaming, you guys. And so the witch saw you had the power all along, right? You could have went home, girl. You had the power. You could have went home, right? But here she's thinking she didn't have the power. She's thinking she had to go and get the power from somebody else. She's thinking she needs to go and get the power from the Wiz, right? The Wizard of Oz. And when she gets there, you realize the Wiz don't even have the power. Like, he didn't even have the power, right? Okay? And all of her friends or whatever was like, you guys, you didn't need the thing. You thought you needed what you don't need anything. You're whole, you're complete, you lack nothing. Right? So the I in this, I'm gonna read this one more time because I want you guys to get this. This is super important. The I in this quotation is your imagination, which goes into the future, into one of the many mansions. Mansion is the state desired. Telling of an event before it occurs physically is simply feeling yourself into the state desired until it has the tone of reality. You go and prepare a place for yourself by imagining yourself into the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Then you speed from the state of the wish fulfilled, where you have not been physically, back to where you are physically physically a moment ago. Then, with an irresistible forward movement, you move forward across a series of events to the physical realization of your wish that where you have been in imagination, there you will be in the flesh also. Upon the place from whence the rivers come, thither they return again. That's Ecclesiastes 1:7. If you guys are wondering what I'm reading from the Power of Awareness. Okay, Neville Goddard, the Power of Awareness. Every single Sunday, you guys, I read this book. This is something I do every single Sunday. And I will turn on my live streams. And I normally I'm live on YouTube. And tonight I say, you know what, I might as well turn on my live stream on TikTok as well, since I've now, started to like really start to grow, engage my audience over on TikTok. I thought, let me share this with you guys as well. You guys, this is a very powerful book. Okay. Very, very powerful book. Listen, you guys, the Bible is a book about you. Okay. The Bible is not, and you don't have to believe me. Okay. I like to say this. Nobody has to agree with this. This is, you don't, and you know what? Your life will not be any less successful or whatever if you believe what I'm saying or not. Okay? It does not matter. I want you to know that. I love you no matter what. Okay? I'm like, I love you either way, right? I'm just sharing with you guys what has helped me on my human journey, right? On the human journey. I was raised in church 100%. I used to lead praise and worship. I was married to a preacher, a youth pastor. I mean, all the things or whatever and stuff. I was raised in the Bible Belt. Okay. Okay. I was raised in the Bible Belt. Okay. Listen, I probably was born. Could have been born at church. My mom would probably had me at church. Okay. I am so grateful for that. I'm so grateful for that. That I know so much of this script, you guys, like literally, I know so much of this script, but now I read this script. I don't read this script like it's some book that's trying to punish me for all of my doings, everything I do, and every time I have a bad thought, oh my God, I'm just gonna die, go to heck. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not it. When I realized, and this actually was TikTok. TikTok was the reason why I actually went and bought a new Bible. I'm not going to lie to y'all. TikTok was the reason why I bought a new Bible, because I found there was a creator on TikTok that was teaching, and she had been a Sunday school teacher and everything. And she started to teach me about how the Bible was a book about me. And I was like, if there's a book about me, I want to read it. Okay. Okay. If there's a book about me, I want to. And when I started reading it from the lens of a metaphysical and allegory type of thing, then it's like, I was like, oh, because people always say, oh my God, the Bible has so many inconsistencies, right? Well, if you're trying to read it as a history book, it sure does. Because that God that said don't do that, the same God that said don't do that, if you read this as a moral book, if you read this as a book about morality, the same God in this book that said thou shalt not did it. So we can't really, so that God breaks his own rules. So how can we can't follow this rule book because that God breaks the rules too. So, you know what I'm saying? Love y'all though. Okay. I'm grateful for that journey. That actually helped me a whole lot. The woman that I am today. Okay. I also want to say this. I actually love this book. I love Neville Goddard's teaching and all the things. But let me say this or whatever. I woke up one morning and I said, you know what, Keysha? Neville Goddard is not, he wrote some stuff. He wrote some good stuff. And you can read it, take what you want, but he's not God for you. And because I'm in a part of some groups and stuff. Like I'm a part of some Neville Goddard groups. And literally they go ham. They go ham almost as hard as religious people. And I'm like, wait, hold on. He just had a thought. He wrote his thoughts. And the same way Neville wrote his thought, I got thoughts too. And maybe I don't want to do the state akin to sleep. So, because Neville believes in he taught about using your imagination in the state akin to sleep. So he taught people about before they go to sleep, do this visualization and do this every night. I don't believe I have to do anything, but just decide. This is what I want. That's it, period. The end. What God ain't doing no state akin to sleep. And so if I say, that's why I say you have to, who are you? Like either you're going to say God and I are one or you're not. I mean, like there's no, oh, but here it's like, No. Okay. I just decide. I decide, and that's it. The end. I decided, that's it. All the rest of that stuff, if you want to do it, if you want to do the state akin to sleep, before you fall asleep, whatever, visualize and imagine it or whatever, do that. That's totally fine. That is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. See, that's what we get into trouble when we try to make people do stuff the way we do it. You don't have to do that. Like, if you want to, do it. But Neville, he just wrote his thoughts. Whatever was downloaded to him, he wrote it and he shared it with us. Thank you so much, Uncle Nev. Thank you, because I really like this book. This book confirmed, and see, this is what I love about this experience, this human experience, because literally, I hadn't read it. This is my first book reading of his. I've never read his books. Okay, this is my first time reading his book. But I was on Facebook, and I don't know, I just was like, I just started doing this story. I wish I'd have saved this story, because I started sharing on this story. The only thing to heal is your how you see yourself. I didn't know about self-concept. I didn't have that word, okay? But I was saying, man, the only thing I need to heal is how I see myself. Like, what do I put behind I am? That was all I said. Like, I was like, whatever I put behind I am. And this happened, you guys, because I was saying that there's this in relationships, relationships is that's my whole life. That's what I'm here to honestly do. I gotta be, okay? Because in dating, I was listening to this stuff. Hey, thanks so much for joining my team. I was reading these books in relationships, and they're talking about like anxious attachment. Are you guys familiar with that? Anybody? Y'all familiar with like this anxious attachment or whatever and stuff? And so, let me find my tripod for TikTok, because I gotta pop y'all up. So they have these things, anxious attachment and all this kind of stuff and stuff. And so I was dating this guy, and I just felt like, I felt like he was an avoidant. Okay. And so something said to me, like, why would you call yourself that? Why would you call yourself an anxious attachment style? Why would you call yourself anything? Why do people put things behind I am? So why would you say I am an anxious attachment? I was like, no, I am secure. I was like, no, I do not identify with nobody's label for me. No. And that's how it came, you guys. And I was like, who do you say that you are? I am anxious attachment. No, that's not God. That's what happened to me, guys. Okay. Literally, that's what happened to me. I was like, no, that's not me. That's not God. God is not saying I'm an anxious attachment. I'm like, I'm not. No, I am secure. So I was like, Keysha, why don't you just say that I am secure? Right? Why don't you do that? Why don't you say I am secure? Why don't you identify with what you want to be? Why don't you just call yourself secure? Why don't you say I'm cherished? I am adored. I am loved. I am. And that, you guys, is how I came into the I am. Learning about the I am. Okay. So let's just move you guys over here on Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, but YouTube. Okay. So that's what happened. Okay. So I was like saying I am. No, I'm not identifying with that. I don't agree with that. I get this book. Okay. Power Awareness. I don't know. Something inspired to read this book. Okay. The Law of Assumption. The Power of Awareness. I was inspired to read this book. So I got the book, y'all. I kid you not. The God in me is me, the righteous judge. The first chapter, it says, I am. Remember, I told you about be careful what you say behind I am. I am is the self-definition of the absolute, the foundation on which everything rests. I am is the first cause substance. I am is the self-definition of God. I am hath sent me unto you. I am that I am. Be still and know that I am God. That was the first chapter, y'all, like the second page. And that's the first page. And it was like, I am cannot be divided. I may conceive myself to be a rich man, a poor man, a beggar man, or a thief, but the center of my being remains the same regardless of the concept I hold of myself. At the center of manifestation, there is only one I am. Y'all listen. Listen. At the center of manifestation, there is only I am manifested in legions of forms or concepts of itself, and I am that I am. So it was basically just confirmation to me of what was already in me. God was like, no, we are not going to be identifying with no label that people have given you. Now, what I did learn, ladies and gentlemen, which I think are very important, is I did learn about nervous system regulation, because your body is here. Okay, your body is here, and your body does remember and all that good stuff. That is important. Your body does remember. So I did delve into nervous system regulation, neuroscience, and things like that. But at the center, at my core of my being, I am that I am. And so when I do my tapping, nervous system regulation, I'm telling my body, you are safe. You're safe. You're okay. Yeah. But we're going higher. You're safe, and you're going to expand, though. We're expanding now, right? So I am is a feeling of permanent awareness. The very center of consciousness is the feeling of I am. I may forget who I am, where I am, what I am, but I cannot forget that I am. Power of awareness. Get it. Don't say you got to. You don't have to. But it's a good book. I mean, I think so. Right? Okay. All right, y'all. Listen here. It's 10:30 in Seattle here. So I am going to let y'all go. Thank you all over on YouTube for hanging out with me, and TikTok. I just ended that or whatever. But, thank you all for so someone says, I want to join the School of Invisible Income, but the link is not working. Okay, I will check into that and see what's going on. I will say this, the premium level school, the school is, let me see if I can drop the link for you. Hold on. It should be in my link in bio. Hold on, y'all, gotta move this now. Sorry, I got a lot going on here. I need this out of here. In the School of Invisible Income, what you have access to right now is the I Am Challenge, the self-concept, 7-day self-concept reset. Because I personally believe the only thing that heal is how you see yourself. I literally believe that. I believe that with everything in my being. The only thing that heal is how you see yourself, and you will never outperform your identity. And so if you've been trying to do businesses, you've been trying to do all the things. Let me see if I can drop it in the comments for you guys. Let me see if it'll let me do that. I don't know. Let me see. If you go to the direct me, you guys, let's see here. I don't think it's going to let me join here. I don't know. Okay, so let me see here if it'll let me do that. But I was going to say this. You never outperform your identity. You'll never outwork it, Let me see. I have to think about what was the link. Okay, so School of Invisible Income. Try to get off the phone. Shut it down. My son. You gotta be a mom, y'all. Y'all know moms have to be mom, and I can hear them. You know what I'm saying? I think you... Okay, check me. Let me know if you can click that link, okay? They be thinking you don't be hearing them and paying attention. It's like, no, get your butt out that phone. It's time to get ready to go to school, okay? He's normally at his dad's house, so he's at my house. I normally don't have visitors with me, but hey, y'all, welcome. Okay, let me know if that link works. I don't even see the link on my... But I was going to say this, that really self-concept work is the work. The name of the book is The Power of Awareness, okay? The Power of Awareness, Neville Goddard. Let's pin this message here. Tell me if that worked for you guys. I think a BS School of Invisible Income. I think I spelled it right. The Power of Awareness is the book that I've been reading. I'm actually on chapter 9, but they're very short chapters. You guys can definitely get through it. Let's see here if that works. Oh, shoot. Yeah, that one works. Cool. Right. And what I realized was that, yeah, if as long as you, your identity, right? And so that's what the School of Invisible Income is really about. Our biggest thing is about identity. Identity is income is an effect. Income is an effect. Identity is the cause. Okay? I'm going to say that slow, y'all. Income is an effect. Money is an effect, a byproduct of who you are being. So if you be poor, then there's nothing going to overcome your identity. Right? So you have to see yourself as wealth because you are. If you think about it, if you just think about you as an individual, as a person, as a human, like you have so much, you're so amazing. Like you are literally just like amazing. Your brain, your heart, your blood. I was talking to at the doctor's office. I was like, how do we get new blood? And she said, and so she was telling about how I think in like 28 days, or like she was saying like how we end up reproducing. We reproduce blood in like every 30 days and so, or something like that. I was like, what? Like your body is so brilliant that it knows exactly what to do. You don't have to sit around with an instruction book every single day programming your body and telling it what to do. It knows exactly what to do. Your eyes know how to focus. So when you're reading a book, it knows how not to have your eyes looking at all the words everywhere. Like we are so amazing. I get so pumped up because I'm like, oh my God, we're so amazing. Like we're so amazing. Right? And so we just have to see ourselves as brilliant, as amazing. And once you do that, once you heal, and if there's some healing to be done, right? Because I believe the only healing I need to do is just heal my self-concept and just realize who I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. Okay? I am that I am. I am money. Right? I am that I am. I am wealth. I am that I am. I am love. I don't need to look for what I am. I'm not missing what I am. You're not missing anything. You lack nothing. You lack no good thing. You don't lack anything. And then when that becomes your identity, I can't be in lack. If God and I are one and I am in lack, then that means I am not in God. I mean, I'm just saying. And so if you allow yourself to be in lack, you'll be in lack. But you have to decide. Wake up in the morning and decide, no, money gets to come to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. Money comes to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I am money. I am that I am. I am money. I am wealth. There's no separation between me and all the things that there are. That everything is. There's only one consciousness, you guys. Like that's the whole thing. It's like stop separating yourself from God. Stop. No separation. None. There's no separation. And when you stop separating yourself from all that there is, I'm the trees, I'm the plants, okay? I'm everything. I'm water. And think about it. And within you, like there's water in you, like there's everything inside of you. You breathe out, CO2 or something like that. You breathe out something that helps the plants. Y'all, come on. Like this is 2026, y'all. Let me tell you, 2026 is the year. It's the year to be, okay? It's the year, be all you can be, okay? Like there was like a thing, like be all you can be, I think it was the Army Reserve. They had a commercial, whatever. I'm not talking about the Army Reserve. I'm talking about you deciding to be, right? And you stepping into that. This is the perfect season. It's a season of giving, the season of everything. Tomorrow go and give away some money, right? Tomorrow go and I don't care if it's $1. You go and give away money. Why am I telling you to do that? Because it shows for you to stand in your power and say money does not have power over me. When you see the people banging the bell or whatever, doing the bell, you drop some money in there just like you're a rich woman. You're like, listen, this is, it could be $1, it could be $5, but give, because now it sets you free from the bondage of thinking that there's nothing gonna do you have no more. No, there's plenty more where that came from. If I get them $20, it's plenty more where that came from. Find an organization that you believe in, one that may be, speaking into your life or whatever the case may be. Go to their website tomorrow. Send an offering. Just because. Because now you say, money doesn't control me. You don't own me. I am money. Just like I sent that out, more is coming in. As fast as it goes out, it comes back in. As fast as money goes out, it comes back in. As fast as money goes out, it comes back in. Why? Because I'm attracted to me. I attract me to myself. So money wants to be with me. It loves me. It is me. We are one. So yes, you're coming back to me. Yes, you want to take care of me. Yes, you want to be in my presence. Yes, you want to be around me. Absolutely. Because we're not separate. There's no separation. So come on back. Absolutely. I sent out 20. Come on back. You come on back. Where else are we going to go? What else are we going to do? Because money needs an assignment. Give money an assignment in your life. You're here to make my life better. I give you. Remember how in the Bible, y'all. And this is, let me go. I'm gonna let y'all go. But remember how in the Bible, and Adam called all the animals. All the animals came to Adam for him to name them, for him to give them an assignment. Right? Adam gave them all an assignment. He gave them all a name. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're gonna be a bear, and this is what you're gonna do as a bear, right? And so I feel like with money, y'all, we give it an assignment. You're gonna go and I'm gonna buy some property with you. Right? And this property, we're going to flip this property and whatever, right? But, yeah, you're going to come back. You're going to pay bills, okay? You're going to pay this, right? You guys, give money an assignment. But don't let it be your master. Don't let it be your master, because it will master you. It will try. It definitely will try, because the way the system has set it up, the programming has set us up to believe a lie. The program has set it up for us to believe a lie. So now we live in lack and fear and all the things. And it's like, we are here to live an abundant life. An abundant life. But guess what? You have to decide. You get to decide that. You get to reject the evidence of your senses. Reject it. Deny the evidence of your senses. Write that down. You got to keep that. Deny the evidence of your senses. Okay? That's what we talked about in chapter 9 tonight, y'all. Okay? Just to remind y'all. Okay? Deny the evidence of your senses. Because it talks about your assumption places you psychologically where you are not physically. Your assumption places you psychologically where you're not physically. Then your senses pull you back from where you were psychologically to where you are now physically. So that's how we have to be careful with them senses. The hearing, the sight, the taste, the touch, the 5 senses. That's physicality. That's physicality. Your mind, your assumptions are spiritual. That's a spiritual thing. It's a spiritual thing, because you're now calling something that be not as though it was, but you don't see it. So now it's faith, because you can't see it. And faith is the evidence of things. Faith is the evidence of things not seen. Faith is the substance of things not seen. The evidence. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. There we go. I told y'all, I know the script. Okay. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It's the substance. Come on, I can take y'all to church, y'all. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. So faith is. So when you want it, and you're like, I'm in faith for it, it's done then. Because faith is the substance. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. The evidence. It is also the evidence of it, the thing that's not seen. It was in the script, actually. It was in here. It was in the script. Okay? I just want to help you with the script. Now faith. Now faith. Actually, that's how it said. It says now faith. Now, not tomorrow, not next week, not next year. Now faith is. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of what we cannot see. Because your senses will, you have to deny the evidence of your senses. Even though I can't see it right now, Keysha has been talking to me for 45 minutes, talking about this law of assumption, and I can't see it with my eyes. But you know what? I don't need to see it. I just believe it's possible for me to have a really good life. I just believe it's possible for me to call in money from the east, the west, the north, and the south. I just believe it's possible for money to flow to me in increasing quantities through multiple sources on a continuous basis. I just believe it's possible for me to actually match and attract the man of my dreams, the provider man who loves me, adores me, cherishes me, can't wait to spend the rest of his life with me. I just believe that my health is just an amazing condition. I believe that my organs get to function in the perfection in which God created them to function. I just believe, even though I have no physical evidence, I have nothing in my physicality that actually proves that what I believe is true right now. But what I do know is that God and I are one, and that God is complete, whole, lacking nothing. I and God are one. And so therefore I choose to live as God. I was created in the image and the likeness. I was created in the image and the likeness. So an image is not, if I got a picture and I got an image, okay, I don't look at the image and the image be different. Come on, y'all. Listen, I'm created in the image and the likeness. There's an image and likeness. Study that. Image and likeness. I look like, so now I don't look different, okay? If God is complete, I'm complete. If God is whole, I'm whole. If God is wealthy, I am wealthy. That's just it. It just is. And your brain is going to try to make that be crazy. Oh my God, what's she talking about? What's she talking about? I love you guys so much. Y'all have a great night. I'm here every single Sunday night. Every Sunday I'm here. Sometimes I'm here at 4 o'clock. Sometimes I'm here at 9 o'clock. Sometimes I'm here, I don't know. I'm here on Sunday. So click the bell notification so when I go live, you're notified. But look out for me on Sunday because we got chapter 10 coming up next Sunday. I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on the TikToks now. So y'all can follow me on TikTok, Keysha Bass, over on TikTok. Okay, I'm so excited about this journey, you guys. And in 2026, I have this goal of $100,000, helping families do $100,000 online in 2026. I don't know. I just got a desire. I just decided to do that to help some women do $100,000 in 2026. I just think that is, why not? Why not? Right? So be sure you are a part of the School of Invisible Income, right? Be sure you are following me. So when I go live, when I talk about it and when I announce it and stuff like that, it's going to be honestly a very affordable program, $100K in 2026, right? I'm excited about it. I've done it in my sleep. I feel like it. Okay. So it's like, I even gave a plan tonight on TikTok on how to do it, right? Even if we create, I'm not going to go through I'm not going to go through all that tonight. I'll be live again and we'll talk about how to get you to $100,000 in 2026. It's not hard to do. But the first thing I have to do is get you to understand who you are. And then when you understand who you are, there's nothing that can stop you. Absolutely nothing. I'm telling you, when I'm 2026, I'm going to create some powerhouses. Some women that are like, listen, we're going to shake some stuff up. We're going to shake some stuff up in 2026. I feel it. I feel it deep down in my soul, okay? That's just it, right? So I'm excited to have you guys join the school. Be sure you have a picture and your name, okay? Because it's like there's a lot of spam on school. So if take a minute and put a picture there for me, please, because otherwise my team will just reject it because we don't know who you are. We'll think that you're spam or whatever. So, Trinell Shelly 833B. High five. Sis, we got this. Okay, listen, I don't need any evidence, right? I don't need no proof. I just decide I want to help women to $100,000 in 2026. I just decide. I don't need no evidence. I don't need no proof. I don't need nobody to even agree. I just decide. And guess what? It's going to happen. It's going to be you or it's going to be somebody else. But it's going to be some people. Okay? There are going to be some women that are going to do $100,000 in 2026 with social media. We're not going to make this difficult. It's not going to be hard. We're going to do it with social media. Okay? So I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys next week. Okay? Join the School of Invisible Income. I put the link there. Click that. Join it. And let's rock this out. Let's do this. Okay? I can feel this is going to be good. It's about to be a good year. So I love y'all. Bye.